Hello and welcome to Extra Time.
It's amazing, isn't it?
What's amazing, Stephen?
Well,
this is always a
we've
dangerous
gone
question.
from now to the mail with a post.
Yes.
From the old stagecoach to now just going on a computer. Isn't that incredible?
There we go. If you want to know what we're talking about, you can listen to the podcast.
I was just thinking about that when you were reading that out. I was thinking about stagecoach.
Wow.
I could see you on the back.
You've not quite got the grasp of how his read then goes into Extra Time, have you?
What are you on about?
Some people get that read, some people don't.
Oh.
So some people are thinking, what is Stevie on about? Horses.
Well, to be fair, that might.
Beg your pardon.
You haven't been doing it that long, though, have you?
No. We were talking yesterday about Xhaka going up.
Seamless.
Xhaka going up. For like the last kick of the game, was it West Ham Spurs? Yeah. He found it, or someone found it on YouTube. Check out Xhaka's Twitter feed. It's brilliant. This is the most entertaining, not necessarily best, but most entertaining pundit combo for Extra Time. Is there a special chant to summon these three? Release the curmudgeons, bring out the grumps?
That's a backhanded compliment to some extent. Not necessarily the best. Just throw that in. Not necessarily the best.
But most entertaining. Would you prefer to be the best or the most entertaining?
I'll just do my job.
Let's do my job, that's it. 35 years of broadcasting, just do your job.
37.
That's it. Guys, come on.
I'm getting like him with these cameras. They're confusing me, you know. What bloody...
I'll give you a little tip here.
Right.
Well, the queue light's at the back. I can't see it.
There's a red. See the number? When it goes red, that's the camera you look
Yes,
at.
I know that.
If you have any problems with it, come back.
No, but it doesn't because it's always red at the moment. It's broken.
No, that one's green and that one's red.
Yes, but look, when you go to camera one, there you go.
It's green.
It's green.
And it's red at the back. I can't see it, so I'm not sure.
Guys, come on. Ronaldo's hand is clenched after he pulls away from the player's head. Doesn't that make him less innocent than most suggest? It's not a pat. Gab Marcotti, it's not a pat on the head. His fist is clenched.
You know what? The clenched fist, the nails in the head, whatever. Come on now. Really? Does anybody really think that, oh, he needs to be sent off, he violated the laws of the game, this was a violent act? Did Jeison Murillo look like he suffered a violent act? I don't know where we're going with this. It's like we need CSI to go in there.
Oh.
I don't know. Did somebody look under Mourinho's fingertips? Sorry, Freudian lapse. Anybody look under Cristiano Ronaldo's fingertips to see if there's bits of Jeison Mourinho's hair follicles and little bits of tissue to determine whether he actually pulled the hair out of his head? Or what are we doing here? I mean,
actually,
incidents like this happen.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if the guy was wearing a wig,
Yes,
then we'd all know we'd know, right?
How?
Oh, because then he'd have pulled the wig up.
I mean, there could be some DNA evidence in a swab.
There you go.
I tell you what, Gab, I'm not an expert in facial expressions, of which you normally have many. But I would think with the facial expression you pulled at the start of this, you're duly bored with this Ronaldo stuff now.
Well, you know what? Look, what I can put up with is people writing like our colleague Mark Ogden did, that Ronaldo should blame himself. I don't necessarily agree with it, but don't put yourself in these situations. People wind you up all the time. Don't respond. He started the whole thing by barging into Murillo. Whatever. He's right. In a perfect world, Ronaldo wouldn't be doing this kind of thing. But now to this point, to go and stare at this freaking still, where even with extreme close-ups, it's like some kind of Zapruder film where we're trying to figure out what happened. Enough of this, okay?
There's some inter-fighting between ESPN journalists.
Well, no, sorry, that's chief soccer writer Mark Ogden.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
So hold on, the Seri Awesome podcast invitee.
Look at his face, man.
Listen, I think the chief soccer writer and many other journalists.
Mark Ogden.
I think there should be a boxing match between our journalists, a charity boxing match. So who we got? We got Marcotti, Ogden.
So Raf.
Not sure about Raf to be fair. Sid's a bit of a he's a wet fish, isn't he?
Sid could carry the water.
He's too busy talking about this extra game and worried about Brexit.
Sid could be the sponge man.
I'd have Gab.
What about Paulo? He's got one of them kind of with that hair, isn't he? Like
got kind of that with his hair.
Yeah, can he What's that? Well, he's a hipster, isn't he?
Right, I don't know where we're going here. I'm going to move on. Is it finally time to start calling Neymar overrated after failing to sharpen in big games in the both Champions League and the World Cup this year?
No, he's not overrated, but he needs to get
that's too strong. I would suggest that his form isn't particularly good. I wouldn't say overrated because we do know how good he is and how good he can be. It's just at this particular time, he's having a tough time.
Let's go to ESPN FC's writer, Gab Marcotti.
Stevie.
Yeah?
Let me break this down very simply. He is the second highest paid player in the world.
So?
Has he been the second highest, has he been the second best performer in the world over the past 12 months, 18 months?
I don't know. What did Mark Ogden say?
Stop it! I'm asking Stevie. No, because look, hey,
What bloody hell?
this overrated, underrated thing, right? The only way we can measure how somebody is rated is by the size of what somebody is willing to pay him, right? That's one vantage point that we can use.
No.
He makes substantially more money than Cristiano Ronaldo, and he makes less money than Lionel Messi.
Forget the money.
Right?
Let's just talk about the player.
Is he the second
What's
best
the money
performer
got
in
to
the
do
world?
it? What's the you can't.
If you're in that
Because he's talking about
red
who's
light.
overrated,
To be
right?
fair, there's two red
Well, there's
lights.
two red lights.
No, that's a green light.
That's how he's
You can't-
rated by the
These
wages he
cameras are
earns.
confusing.
Listen,
Sort that out.
If
Do
just
that.
because somebody's prepared to give
One day.
a ridiculous amount of money for somebody doesn't mean they're at a
means they
certain
rate
level.
him, yeah?
Just because they want him and they're
It
willing
means
to.
they rate him. Otherwise, they
but
wouldn't
that's-
give them that money, right?
Yeah, but because he's the second highest paid player, doesn't mean he's the second best player.
Why?
It's only just because
No, but it
PSG
means he's
are stupid
rated-
enough to give him a ridiculous amount of money doesn't mean he's the second best player in the world.
Julian Laurens is another one. How would he
So
be?
if you're stupid, no, Stevie, follow this. So if you're stupid for making him the second highest paid player in the world, as you certainly implied,
Yeah.
then that means you're overrating him because you're overpaying because he should be rated less than he actually is, which is what the question was.
Why no other clubs take the same amount of
follow?
criticism
No.
as...
Some people just pay what it costs, regardless.
Because they overrate the value. If you overpay, you're overrating the value. It's a definition that clues in those four letters.
So you're telling me
over.
So you're telling me that PSG thought he was the second best player in the world, and that's why they paid him that amount of money? No, not at all. Even they know he's not the
They
second best
thought
player in
that
the
he
world.
was-
But that's how much it was going to cost, and so they did it.
No, they thought that it was worth making him the second best paid player in the world,
Even though he wasn't
To
the
get him.
second best player in the world.
which means they overrated him and overpaid
They
him.
didn't overrate him. They knew before he started he wasn't the second best player in the world, but they paid him the second best player's wages. That's because they just wanted him that desperately. That's got nothing
But
to do
they
with,
got
that's
him
got
that they
nothing
wanted
to
him
do
that
with whether he's
desperately because they
overrated or
thought he
not.
was very good.
You could
But
go
it's
on
because
this.
they thought he was very
that's it.
good.
Do you really think that they thought he was the second best player in the world when they signed him?
Okay, I think we're going to move on. I think
That's the
it.
point.
Surely that's it? I think we've
Well, I think
probably
we can have a
covered
new
all of it.
podcast.
We've got more questions. but I
Gab
think-
and Stevie
Gab, hey, Gab,
podcast
Gab.
on Neymar overrated.
Gab, I'll give you a call later.
Oh,
We'll finish this later on.
All right, we'll keep this up.
wow.
This is going to pop up.
No, Craig, we're going to miss it. What a shame.
What's that? Miss what?
ESPN FC returns tomorrow. Steve Nicol will be with Alexis.
Really enjoyed that.
Breaking down what happens tomorrow.